Hi, this is for Art for High School credits. Our learning target today, we're going to go over our warm-up for the first 5 minutes and then go over our project, which I can create a graphic novel / comic book page. Takashi Murakami is a Japanese artist who is known for incorporating traditional Japanese art history with popular culture. He has taken from pop art to create his new form of art called neopop. With our warm-up, we're going to write what are elements and principles of design that we see. We can see the art elements of color, line, shape, form, value, and space. Art principles of design we can see are pattern, movement, and rhythm. We're going to start planning our project by our comic / graphic novel project by reviewing our art element of space and our art principle of movement. Movement refers to the path our eye follows when we look at a work of art. The purpose is to create unity in the artwork with eye travel. This can be achieved by using repetition, rhythm, and action. Examples: physical movement, juxtaposition, and moving the viewer's eye. Here is an example of movement for review. Space refers to the distance between an area, around and within shapes, forms, colors, and lines. You can create space with distance to show a background, middle ground, and foreground. Positive space takes up an area, and negative space, of course, is void of the subject. This is an example of space. We can see overlap, shading, placement, size, value and focus, and linear perspective. Materials needed for this project are good drawing paper no smaller than 9 by 11, a pencil, ruler, black fine tip Sharpie or black gel pen, color pencils. This is the order that we are going to execute this project. We're going to come up with a theme, characters, maybe a character, and a setting. You will create a planned sketch of these ideas and show me before you get started on your good paper. You must have 4 panels, and you must show movement of your story and characters, or a character, and you have to have dialogue. Create your comic / graphic novel panels first. Then add your characters with settings / background in pencil. Then you're going to go over your drawing with color, and unless you cleared it with me to only use value, with black fine tip or gel pen. Then add detail with, once again, your black fine tip Sharpie or your gel pen. Clean up your work before you turn it in to me. This is a storyboard to help you with planning your writing process of your comic or graphic novel. For example, starting with a story of a girl at a swim meet. At the beginning, maybe she eats selfish crackers, and in the middle, she can grow a tail that makes her swim faster. And at the end of the story, she realizes that she doesn't need to eat the crackers to be a successful swimmer. For review of value, don't forget that you can use blending, stippling, which is the dot process, hatch lines, which are the parallel lines, or crosshatch, which is just like a hashtag to create value for your comic. We talked about our story starter and kind of really the order of how you want to get started when it comes to your comic / graphic novel. So the best thing to do is put in your frames, your placement. So I know I want to have a larger frame kind of over to the side. So I'm going to start to put in some smaller panels. Remember, when it comes to the project, we have to have at least 4 panels. You can have more than 4 panels if you like. Really, but with the parameters of this, it is just strictly 4 panels. It does look a little bit more interesting if you do have them a little kind of offset. If you ever have read a graphic novel or a comic book, just the dynamic of how they have the placement of their panels really adds to that movement and the character of that comic. So right now, as you guys can see, I'm kind of moving panel to panel and going for that placement. And so I'm going to go ahead and do a larger panel right here, and still measuring with my ruler. Make sure you guys use your ruler. Don't try to do it freehand. You want to go in and add your nice panels. And so it's gonna look like I only have 3 panels drawn in, but that is my whole idea because I'm gonna actually use this background space as another part of my panel. So as I go in the order, I will have 1, 2, 3, and 4 for my storyboard when it comes to this comic/graphic novel. So like earlier for my example, I talked about at the beginning, talking about the theme of a girl at a swim meet. She starts eating her selfish crackers. She grows a tail, or maybe she imagines she grows this tail that helps her swim a lot faster. And then the end right here, maybe it shows her winning the race, but in her mind, she thought it was due to the selfish crackers, but it's all of her hard work and effort that she put in to her practice. All right, so here, kind of continuing on with my panels, I'm just kind of going in and kind of drawing really lightly. Once again, draw always light before you want to add any dark hues to your drawing, just to really kind of work on proportion. And if you happen to mess up, you're able to erase those lines, but just kind of going with the story. Once again, the start. Eating the shellfish to get faster. The girl's at the swim meet. She is starting to swim, and I will go ahead and add more as we go. But for time right now, I hope this helps to get you started with your comic/graphic novel. These are examples to help you out with my expectations.